All right, folks. Hey, welcome to Lindo Lake. We have got another great car for you to take a look at. This is kind of interesting. It's a 2025 Mazda CX-5S Carbon Edition. And if you say, are you sure that's not a CX-50? Well, you could be right. They got rid of it. They've downsized the 9, the 6, but the 5, they kept the 50, and they still have the 5. They're basically about the same size SUV, 5-passenger. Good morning. 5-passenger, small mid-size SUV. 2 engines you can get. You can get the 2.5 standard engine, or you can get a turbocharged. Considerably more horsepower in the turbocharged. This is the base model. I really didn't have any problem with it. Sure, it doesn't have turbocharged acceleration, but getting up on the freeway, and passing people was really not an issue at all. The only thing I didn't like, and I can't believe they don't even offer it, is XM Sirius radio. I mean, normally they were talking about getting rid of AM. They've decided against that, but and I can live without it. In fact, I have to tell you, I normally listen to a radio station that's all classic old movies or old radio shows. Well, this doesn't have it, so guess what? I got to turn the Bose sound system up, and this little guy rocks out. I mean, you talk about speaker separation. It was amazing. So I guess that's a yin and a yang as far as did I like it, didn't I like it. The only other probably drawback, and we'll look at that when we walk, the center console armrest is so far back, you only get a small portion of your elbow on, the armrest. So what's the point of an armrest? But besides that, great look to it. Again, it's got that, it's that carbon paint job on it, like you were seeing a whole lot of. The interior is really a pretty oxblood red, so it really accents out. It has knobs, so you can turn things up and down. You don't have to do a touchscreen. In fact, this touchscreen seems a little bit outdated. It could be, modified, I would say, just a little bit more. But be that it may, you could tow 2,000 pounds with it. It gets fuel mileage up into the almost 30s. And you can get this vehicle for that price. Let's take a walk around. I'll show you some more inside and out. All right, so we're back here with the 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S Carbon Edition. This is the non-turbocharged, as I mentioned. You can get the 2.5S bases out at $28,770. The 2.5S Select package is $30,100. The 2.5S Preferred package is $31,450. And it's the 2.5S Carbon Edition, which is what I'm in, $32,350. And then, of course, you could upgrade to turbocharged. I don't have the price on that one. 5-star safety all the way around. The color is polymer, metal, gray, metallic. As I mentioned, 2.5 liter, 187 horsepower motor, 19-inch tire wheel package. You've got rain sensing wipers, privacy glass in the back, leather trim seating, 8-way driver, 6-way passenger. You'll notice the doors don't quite open as far as I would like them to. Somebody a little over 6 foot might have an issue. Not so much in the front seat, but the back. But it's got nice leather, treatment, some chrome accents inside, which is very nice. It's got, rotator knob in the center console for the nav system. But again, you've got, a smaller screen up on the dash. It kind of reminds you that might have been an afterthought. But it works just fine. I didn't have any real issue. It's got a small sunroof that opens. The back seats might be a tad challenging when it comes to putting in a car seat. The doors actually don't open up as wide as you would like. But and a rear-facing car seat would definitely be a challenge if that was what you're choosing. You got memory on the sides of the seat, which are nice. If you see, And the back cushions on this seat do adjust, so that is nice. It's got your center console, but again, they're somewhat limited as far as car seats go. Comfort, in the front, if you're over 6 foot, you might want a little bit more thigh support in the back seat. They're doable. You know, again, we're talking a vehicle, 34,000. Back here, got your nice little kind of a quasi wing that goes up on the roof. Rear wipers, which are nice. You don't see that on a lot of cars lately, I noticed. All-wheel drive, which, you can get off on the road with it. You've got your, the floor is somewhat high, so you don't have a ton of storage space. The seats just fold flat, just like you would see. And then, of course, you have a little bit of storage down here, not much. You do have a pretty good size tire, and you got a Bose woofer for that added sound, which I absolutely enjoy. This particular car does not have, maybe it does. It has for a tonneau cover. No, I don't think it does but it does have the ability to flip your seats down, if you'll notice, with these little levers, which is kind of nice. You just pull them out right here, then just seat folds right flat, which is kind of nice. And it's a 60/40, so you can adjust your seating the way you would like that. So it's consequently, this is, like I said, this is your a little mid-5. The competition is out there. Again, get in them, drive them, see what fits. Your competition is Honda, of course, and Kia, and a few of the other smaller vehicles. But just, kind of a kick-around car, for the family and the kids. You really find it hard to beat. Like I said, the pricing was $32,600 base. The nav was $450. The bumper guards were $135. Destination was $1,420, which puts you out at $34,605 before tax and license. I don't know if I mentioned 6-speed automatic. 26 miles per gallon city, 30 miles per gallon highway, and 28 in combined. So your warranty is your basic 336 with a 60,000 mile. I'd like to see a little bit more warranty, but it is what it is. But Mazda owners are Mazda owners. And you get the turbo, and you get that zoom back. But other than that, it's a fun little car to drive. It's reasonably priced. And it's interesting. The main competition to this car is a CX-50. So the two cars in the same nameplate are the two major competitors against one another. What can I tell you? All right, this will be on my YouTube page at Mr. Dave Stahl, probably in the next couple of days. You can hear about it on radio this Sunday at 2 o'clock, KCBQ AM 1170. Hey, be safe. Download my apps, listen to my radio show, and I'll be there for you when you need some cars.